when you say this? Do you realize just how powerful words can be? Think back to Adolf Hitler, the infamous German dictator, often hailed as a master of persuasion. Some even claimed that if he argued for it, a round ball could seem like a square. Words are like a weapon, not sharp, but their impact can cut deeper than any blade. In today's video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of communication and emotional connection. We'll uncover what makes certain words utterly irresistible, capable of leaving a lasting impression. Whether you're looking to deepen your bond with someone special, forge a meaningful connection with someone new, or simply stand out in everyday interactions, this video has something for everyone. Get ready to unlock the power of words and transform the way you connect with the world around you. Let's be honest, we've all had moments where we've said something we wish we could take back, or worse, said nothing at all and missed the perfect opportunity. It's frustrating, right? But here's the good news. With the techniques I'm about to share, you'll no longer need to guess the right thing to say. These strategies, backed by psychology, will give you the tools to communicate effectively and with confidence. Why do words matter so much? Words shape how others see us, evoke emotions, and leave lasting impressions. The right words can inspire, comfort, or even spark attraction, while the wrong ones can create misunderstandings or resentment. Mastering the ability to use words intentionally is one of the most valuable skills you can develop, not just in relationships, but in every area of life. You might think, isn't this just common sense? Sure, some of it might feel intuitive, but most people don't take the time to understand how their words truly impact others. They either say too much, say too little, or miss the subtle balance where meaningful connection happens. What I'm about to teach goes beyond surface-level advice. It's about using language to foster real connection. And this isn't limited to romance. These techniques are universal and can strengthen friendships, improve professional interactions, and even elevate casual conversations. They tap into a fundamental human need: to feel seen, understood, and valued. Whether you're talking to a friend, colleague, or someone you're attracted to, your words can transform the interaction. Before we dive in, I'd love your support. If you find this helpful, hit the like button. It helps the channel and ensures these insights reach more people. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We have incredible topics lined up that you won't want to miss. Why is this so challenging? Many people struggle with communication, either overthinking and coming across as awkward or trying too hard and sounding insincere. It's not their fault. Most of us were never taught how to communicate effectively. But once you understand the psychology behind why certain words work, you'll find it much easier to say the right thing at the right time. Take compliments, for example. If you've ever given one that fell flat, it's likely because it was too generic or seemed forced. Compliments only work when they're specific and genuine, something we'll cover in the first step: how to give meaningful compliments that leave a lasting impression. From there, we'll explore techniques like the golden mirror, reflecting someone's dreams and values back to them in a way that feels deeply personal. You'll also learn the art of ambiguity, keeping people intrigued by balancing clarity with mystery. Finally, we'll uncover how to subtly plant thoughts of a shared future in someone's mind without being overly forward. These methods work because they're rooted in psychological principles, particularly those found in Stoicism and human behavior. Stoicism emphasizes controlling what you can, your words, actions, and presence, while letting go of what you can't. When applied to communication, this creates an environment where genuine connection happens naturally, without force. Now imagine walking into any conversation with the confidence that your words will resonate deeply. These techniques aren't about following a rigid formula, but understanding human interaction and using it to create authentic, meaningful relationships. If you're ready to transform how you communicate and become truly magnetic, stick with me until the end. Let's get started. Number 1. Unlock the magic of meaningful compliments. I'll begin with a potent question. How can your words make a lasting impact so people can't stop thinking about you? This isn't about manipulation, it's about leveraging the psychology of connection. Using the right words at the opportune time can create a truly memorable impression. This video delves into the captivating realm of communication and emotional bonding, exploring the magnetic power of language. Whether strengthening existing relationships, forging new ones, or simply enhancing your everyday interactions, This video offers valuable insights. We've all regretted things we've said. Perhaps you overdid it trying to impress someone, or maybe you missed a chance to speak, only to regret it later. Frustrating, isn't it? The good news is, the strategies I'll share will eliminate the guesswork in conversation. You'll gain a set of psychologically sound phrases and techniques with proven effectiveness. Words hold immense power. They shape how we perceive things, stir our emotions, and form enduring memories. Appropriate words can inspire, soothe, and even spark attraction. Conversely, carelessly chosen words can lead to distance, misinterpretations, and even hard feelings. That's why mastering intentional communication is a crucial life skill, applicable not just to relationships, but to all areas of life. You might be thinking, isn't this obvious? Some of it might appear simple, but the reality is, many people fail to consider the impact of their language. They either speak excessively or not enough, missing the crucial balance that fosters genuine connection. My goal is to help you delve deeper, utilizing language not just for conveying information, but for forging true connections. These techniques are relevant to all types of relationships, romantic partnerships, friendships, professional interactions, and even casual conversations. Their universality lies in addressing a core human need, the desire to be acknowledged, understood, and valued. Your words have the potential to reshape any interaction, regardless of who you're engaging with. Before we proceed, a quick request. If you find this video valuable, please like and subscribe. Your support helps this channel expand and allows this information to reach a wider audience. Activate notifications to stay updated on future content. We have some exciting topics coming soon that you won't want to miss. So why do people often stumble in crucial conversational moments? I've observed that many individuals either overanalyze and sound awkward, or they try too hard and appear disingenuous. It's not entirely their fault, as our society doesn't prioritize effective communication skills. The key is to understand the psychology driving effective language. Once you grasp these principles, speaking appropriately becomes significantly easier. Have you ever given a compliment that felt flat? Perhaps it was too general or seemed forced. Compliments are indeed powerful, but their strength lies in their specificity and genuineness. We'll explore this in the video's first step, how to give meaningful compliments that leave a lasting impression. This is just the beginning. Throughout these 7 steps, you'll acquire techniques like the golden mirror, a method for reflecting another person's aspirations and values in a deeply resonating way. You'll master the art of ambiguity, maintaining intrigue by combining clarity with a touch of mystery. You'll also learn how to subtly introduce shared future possibilities without seeming overly assertive. What makes these techniques effective? They are grounded in psychological principles, particularly Stoicism and human behavior. Stoicism emphasizes controlling what we can, our words, actions, and presence, and accepting what we cannot. Applied to communication, this philosophy becomes transformative. Instead of forcing connection, you cultivate an environment that naturally draws others towards you. Consider the implications of mastering these techniques. Imagine approaching any conversation confidently, knowing your words will have deep resonance. Envision the relationships you could nurture, the opportunities you could unlock, and the self-assuredness you would project. This video empowers you to harness the power of language, reshaping your connections. Before delving into the first step, a final thought. Communication is more of an art than a science. These powerful techniques are not rigid rules, but guiding principles that promote understanding the dynamics of human interaction. Approach communication with genuine intent, and the results will be self-evident. Are you ready to learn how to make your words truly irresistible? Stay with me, and I guarantee you'll gain insights that can revolutionize your communication. Let's begin. Number 2. Reflect their dreams through your words. Mirroring someone's aspirations is a highly effective method for building profound connections. Everyone harbors ambitions and objectives that drive their sense of purpose. When you demonstrate not only that you've heard their dreams, but that you genuinely believe in them, you convey a powerful message of understanding and recognition. This deep level of empathy creates a magnetic effect. Effective reflection begins with attentive listening. Hearing words is one thing, truly absorbing their meaning is another. When someone shares their goals, pay attention not only to the content, but to their delivery. Observe their enthusiasm, passion, and subtle cues that reveal the depth of their feelings and priorities. Once you've attentively listened, reflect their dreams in a personalized and uplifting manner. This is where the golden mirror technique becomes invaluable. The principle is straightforward. Integrate their stated goals and values into your responses, validating their ambitions. For example, if someone expresses a desire to teach due to their love of helping others, you might respond, "You'd be an amazing teacher. The way you explain things so clearly and connect with people, it's easy to see you inspiring a classroom full of students someday." This type of response goes beyond mere acknowledgement and reinforces their self-belief. This technique's strength lies in fostering a deep sense of being understood. However, its efficacy depends on sincerity. Simply parroting their words without genuine belief will sound insincere. Authenticity is paramount. Your reflection must emanate from sincere admiration and respect to resonate meaningfully. Maintain a balance between profound reflection and lightheartedness. While mirroring dreams fosters strong connections, avoid overly serious conversations. A touch of playfulness can maintain a comfortable, engaging atmosphere. For example, after praising someone's writing potential, you might add a playful remark like, "Just promise not to write anything too embarrassing about me." This lightheartedness keeps the tone balanced and enjoyable. Timing is essential. Reflecting someone's dreams should occur organically within the conversation. Wait for a natural opening where they've shared something significant. Inserting this technique forcefully into every exchange can seem rehearsed or disingenuous. A well-placed reflection, on the other hand, can leave a lasting, organic impression. When you mirror someone's dreams, you are doing more than offering encouragement. You're establishing a connection founded on mutual understanding. People value feeling seen and supported, especially concerning their aspirations. By acknowledging their goals, you create a sense of value and appreciation. To practice, actively listen during conversations, paying close attention to the other person's ambitions and interests. Consider how you can connect your responses to their dreams in an authentic way. If they discuss starting a business, respond with something like, "You've got such a great vision. I can already picture your ideas coming to life. You'd create something incredible." This validates their aspirations and links positive emotions to you. By mirroring their aspirations with authenticity and care, you offer something far more valuable than just words. You offer connection, and that creates lasting impressions. Comment below. I reflect dreams. Let's affirm our commitment to deeper connection. Don't forget to subscribe to explore the art of meaningful relationships further. Next, we'll examine the power of nonverbal communication. How to communicate effectively without uttering a word. Don't miss out. Let's continue. Number 3. Speak through actions, not just words. Let's delve into a communication aspect more potent than many realize: expressing yourself through actions. Words carry weight, yes, but actions resonate deeply. They reveal your character, values, and level of care without verbalizing a single thing. When your behavior mirrors your message, it forms a distinct language, one far more genuine and enduring than mere words. Consider how often you've encountered someone whose words don't align with their actions. This discrepancy breeds doubt, distrust, and potential disappointment. Words are easy to speak, actions require intention and effort. When your behavior consistently reflects your words, it builds trust and respect. People gravitate towards you because your actions demonstrate authenticity. How can you utilize this powerful form of communication effectively? Begin with small, thoughtful gestures. While grand displays are impactful, subtle acts can resonate profoundly. Remembering a casual remark, a preferred coffee, an upcoming deadline, or a personal goal, and then acting on it, demonstrates your attentiveness. Surprise them with coffee, send words of encouragement, or check in on their progress. These small actions convey more care and demonstrate character than grand pronouncements. Consistency is crucial. Actions that truly speak volumes are those consistently repeated over time. It's about ongoing, meaningful contributions, not isolated acts. Being reliable, honoring commitments, and providing support consistently demonstrates trustworthiness, which is highly valuable in any relationship. Acting with intention is equally crucial. Sometimes the most impactful communication is through what you choose not to do. Rather than reacting impulsively, responding calmly to challenging situations displays maturity and control. These restrained responses speak volumes, revealing your thoughtful and emotionally intelligent nature. Here's a practical approach. Demonstrate rather than simply state. If you value someone, don't just say it, show it. Offer practical help, or simply be there when they need support. Actions validate your words and add depth to your expressions. Another vital aspect is presence. In today's distraction-filled world, focused attention is a gift. Put down your phone, make eye contact, and listen attentively when with someone. This conveys genuine value and respect for their time and presence. Let's connect this to Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius advises us to be the change we want to see in the world. Stoicism focuses on what we can directly control: our actions, behavior, and reactions. Let your actions, guided by integrity and purpose, speak for who you are rather than relying on self-proclamations. Actions shouldn't entirely replace words. It's about reinforcing verbal communication with congruent actions, building authenticity and alignment. Expressing care must be accompanied by tangible support, and talk of personal growth must be reflected in genuine self-improvement efforts. This alignment fosters trust and respect. A simple exercise. Consider a significant person in your life. What small, considerate action can you take today to show them their importance? A quick message, an offer to help, or quality time together, no matter how small, if done genuinely, can enrich your connection. Remember, words inspire, but actions cultivate trust. Expressing yourself through actions conveys your true self and values in a language universally understood. Comment below. I let my actions speak. Let's reaffirm the value of intentional action. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Next, we'll explore the art of planting lasting thoughts in their minds, even in your absence. Stay tuned. Number 4. The power of ambiguity. Keep them guessing. Let's explore a potent but often overlooked tool in interpersonal communication: ambiguity. There's an undeniable appeal in maintaining an element of unpredictability, allowing curiosity to flourish. By mastering ambiguity, you exude an air of mystery that keeps others intrigued, engaged, and eager for more interaction. Let me be clear, this isn't about manipulation or dishonesty. It's about creating a layered communication style that leaves people wanting to learn more about you. Think about it. Predictable behavior often extinguishes interest. We're captivated by those who keep us guessing and who challenge our thinking and emotional responses in new ways. Ambiguity isn't about being confusing, it's about subtlety. It involves revealing just enough to pique interest while offering space for interpretation and speculation. This maintains a vibrant and dynamic connection. The first step to harnessing ambiguity is resisting oversharing. We sometimes feel compelled to explain everything and fill every silence. However, this urge can be counterproductive, leaving little to discover. Instead, when asked about your weekend, refrain from lengthy narratives. A simple, "It was interesting, got into something I wasn't expecting," can suffice. This open-ended approach piques their curiosity and encourages further questions. Balancing transparency with mystery is also crucial. Avoid appearing evasive or uninterested. The aim is to craft responses that engage while retaining some ambiguity. For example, when complimented on your style and asked where you shop, instead of listing stores, respond with something like, "Oh, I like to pick things up wherever I travel," keeps it fun. This maintains conversation while subtly hinting at an adventurous life, inviting further inquiry. Timing is key with ambiguity. It's most effective when used sparingly. Constant ambiguity becomes tedious. Create intrigue that stands out against a backdrop of genuineness. For instance, mention a current project without elaborating. "I've been working on a little side project that's been taking up a lot of my time. I'll tell you about it soon. It's pretty exciting." This builds anticipation and piques their interest. Non-verbal communication can further enhance ambiguity. Subtle gestures, a knowing smile, a raised eyebrow, a pause, can enrich conversations without words. Respond to playful teasing with a smile and shrug instead of a verbal retort. This adds intriguing depth and complexity to the dynamic. Importantly, authentic ambiguity holds the greatest power. This isn't about deception, but balancing openness and mystery. When others perceive this ambiguity as emanating from confidence and intention, they'll be drawn towards it, perceiving you as someone with hidden depths worth exploring. Try this. In your next conversation, hold back slightly. Don't reveal everything at once. Share one captivating detail and let them inquire further. If they ask about a travel experience, say, "There's this little town I visited once that completely stole my heart. I'll tell you about it sometime." This sparks curiosity while maintaining conversational lightness. Remember, ambiguity is about creating intrigue that sustains connections, not aloofness or emotional distance. Mastering this balance will make you incredibly fascinating to others. Comment below, "I embrace mystery." Embrace intentional intrigue. Subscribe for more on cultivating deeper connections. Next, we'll explore how to plant thoughts that continue to grow even when you're not around. Don't miss it. Number 5. Planting thoughts they can't forget. Let's explore a subtle yet incredibly potent technique. Planting thoughts that resonate long after the conversation ends. This isn't about manipulation. It's about crafting memorable moments that keep you in their thoughts organically. Done effectively, this approach creates lasting impressions without seeming forced or contrived. The key is intentionality in your words and actions. Begin by leaving breadcrumbs. Small, intriguing comments or gestures that spark curiosity. Instead of stating, "I love cooking," try something like, "There's a dish I've been perfecting. It has a fascinating backstory." This invites questions and speculation, keeping the conversation alive in their mind. Another effective technique is future projection, subtly suggesting scenarios where they can envision themselves with you in the future. After discussing a favorite travel destination, casually remark, "I bet you'd love it there. It's the perfect place for someone like you." This connects the destination to their personal experience and creates a shared vision. Timing is crucial. Avoid overwhelming the conversation with too many hints or projections. Aim for natural integration. Choose a few authentic moments to interject these comments, making them feel effortless rather than calculated. Stoic wisdom reminds us that our thoughts shape our perceptions. By planting meaningful ideas, you provide food for thought that influences how they perceive you. These thoughts deepen the connection, making you more memorable. Body language amplifies your message. A knowing smile, a pause, or meaningful eye contact can add depth and significance to your words. When sharing a resonating insight, pair it with thoughtful body language to draw them in. A practical tip: connect your words to their interests and passions. If they've shared a dream, relate your comment to it. For a music enthusiast, you might say, "I can totally see you performing on stage. You have that captivating energy." This validates their aspirations and links positive feelings to you. This technique's power lies in its subtlety. The most effective implanted thoughts are those that feel organic, arising naturally within the conversation. When they later reflect on your interaction and find themselves pondering your words, that's the mark of a lasting impression. Remember, the goal isn't mind control, but building meaningful connections. By being intentional, thoughtful, and genuine, you leave behind ideas and memories that maintain your presence even in your absence. Comment below, "I create lasting impressions." Affirm the power of meaningful exchanges. Subscribe for further insights on connection. Next, we'll explore how to leave a lasting impact without leaving a clear trail. Stay tuned. Number 6. Why less is more. The trap of over-explaining. Let's discuss a common communication pitfall: over-explaining. It's easy to fall into this trap when nervous, excited, or eager to impress. However, brevity often holds greater power. Over-explaining dilutes your message, overwhelms the listener, and can project insecurity. Mastering the art of concise communication significantly enhances how others perceive you and deepens your interactions. Mystery is intriguing. Leaving some things unsaid sparks curiosity and encourages others to fill in the gaps. Conversely, excessive detail stifles imagination and intrigue. It's not about withholding information or being evasive. It's about finding a balance, sharing enough to engage without overwhelming. Understanding the root of over-explaining is the first step. Often it stems from a need to be understood or avoid misinterpretation. We may believe that more words equal greater clarity, but the opposite is often true. Excessive explanation can diminish impact and leave the listener overwhelmed or disengaged. To avoid this, prioritize clarity over quantity. Instead of overwhelming with details, identify the core message. Trust your listener's ability to grasp the essentials. Instead of a lengthy explanation about a hobby, simply say, "It helps me unwind and be creative." This concise response invites further questions if they're genuinely interested. Reading the room is essential. Observe your listener's reactions. Are they attentive, making eye contact, and asking questions? These are signs of engagement. If they seem distracted or disinterested, it's time to be more concise. Picking up on these cues allows you to adapt your communication style and avoid oversharing. Stoicism offers guidance here. Marcus Aurelius advises speaking truthfully and acting righteously. This encourages intentionality in our words. Choose your words carefully, and their weight increases. Over-explaining often reveals a lack of confidence, trust in your message, and the need for excessive elaboration diminishes. A practical tip: utilize pauses effectively. A well-placed pause adds weight to your words and gives the listener time to process. Instead of rushing to explain, state your point clearly and pause, allowing the moment to resonate. This projects presence and confidence. Another strategy: ask questions instead of over-explaining. When asked for your opinion, turn the conversation back to them. If asked why you enjoy a particular book, respond with, "I love how it explores human nature. What's your favorite aspect?" This maintains balance and demonstrates genuine interest in their perspective. Over-explaining can also convey an excessive need for approval, potentially diminishing your value in their eyes. Concise, confident communication projects self-assuredness. You don't need constant justification or elaboration to be understood and appreciated. A simple exercise: in your next conversation, consciously strive for clear, concise responses. If tempted to over-explain, pause and see if they ask for more. This not only prevents over-explaining, but gauges their interest level. Number 7. Be the challenge they crave to solve. Let's conclude by discussing a compelling dynamic: becoming a challenge that others are drawn to unravel. Humans are inherently fascinated by puzzles, mysteries, and things not easily understood. By embodying this energy, you project an intriguing depth that keeps others engaged and wanting more. Being a challenge isn't about playing games or being aloof. It's about presenting a multifaceted persona that sparks curiosity. You're not aiming to frustrate, but rather to give them a reason to invest their time and effort in getting to know you better. The sense that there's always more to discover is inherently attractive. Embrace unpredictability. Routine and predictability dull even the strongest connections. Keep them guessing by varying your communication style, sometimes direct, other times playful and enigmatic. Instead of a standard "thank you for a compliment," respond with a playful "I'll take that as a good sign." This keeps the dynamic fresh. Cultivate independence. We're drawn to those who lead fulfilling lives independent of external validation. Showing that you're not reliant on their attention increases your perceived value. Pursue your passions, establish goals, and prioritize personal growth. This not only boosts your self-esteem, but makes you more appealing. Don't reveal everything at once. Mystery is powerful. Leaving some things unsaid creates anticipation. When asked about a personal goal, respond with, "It's something close to my heart. I'll share more when the time is right." This keeps them intrigued without feeling excluded. Being a challenge shouldn't be mistaken for coldness or distance. It's about inspiring the other person to engage more deeply. Whether through intellectual stimulation, shared values, or emotional depth, demonstrate that connecting with you is rewarding and worth the effort. By becoming a challenge they crave to solve, you're fostering a connection built on curiosity and mutual growth. This forms the basis for a truly memorable bond. Question number 1. What made you interested in going out with me? For men in their 40s and 50s, re-entering the dating scene with younger women can sometimes feel intimidating. This question serves as a way to break that tension and establish an initial spark in a light-hearted way. Unlike the dreaded "do you like me?", a question that feels too forward and almost puts the other person on the spot, this one leaves room for a more open-ended and engaging response. It invites her to reflect on what attracted her to you without the pressure of a yes or no answer. Whether you met on a dating app, at a coffee shop, or through mutual friends, this question can be adjusted to fit the context and help bring out a more genuine connection. For example, if you met on a dating app, you could modify the question to something like, "What caught your eye on my profile?" or "What made you swipe right?" This opens the door for a fun, flirtatious exchange about what initially stood out to her, allowing you to better understand what sparks her interest. Maybe it was your sense of humor, a shared interest, or even something unique you mentioned about yourself. Her answer can help steer the conversation into topics that deepen the connection further. However, there is a fine line to walk here. If framed too seriously, it might come across as seeking validation or could make her feel awkward if she doesn't have a clear answer. That's why keeping the tone playful and light is key. Delivered with a smile or a bit of a joke, this question has the potential to create an enjoyable, easygoing atmosphere right from the start of the date. This question works because it balances curiosity with a touch of flirtation. It allows her to express what drew her in, while giving you insight into how she perceives you. It's an easy way to spark chemistry, which can be crucial for establishing the right tone on a first date. Question number 2, what are you looking for? Asking "what are you looking for" is one of the most important questions you can bring up on a first date, especially if you're serious about finding a meaningful relationship. For men in their 40s and 50s, this question cuts through the small talk and gets to the heart of the matter. Are your dating goals aligned? Whether you're looking for a long-term relationship or something more casual, knowing the other person's intentions up front saves time and emotional investment. Many people make the mistake of ignoring or trying to change the other person's answer to this question, especially if it doesn't align with what they want. For instance, if she says she's looking for something casual or a short-term fling, and you're seeking a serious relationship, it's easy to think, maybe she'll change her mind. But this is where dating with intention becomes essential. You need to trust that when someone tells you what they want, they mean it. This can be particularly important for older men who don't want to waste time in mismatched relationships or casual situations that lead nowhere. For younger women, a man who asks this question is signaling a sense of purpose and clarity. It shows that you're not just interested in casual dating for the sake of it. You have clear goals, and you're not afraid to express them. This can be especially attractive because it sets you apart from younger men who might shy away from commitment or lack direction in their dating life. Women who are also looking for something serious will appreciate this directness, while those who aren't aligned will know immediately that it may not be a good match. This question is a clear signal that you're dating with intention, which can be a breath of fresh air for younger women who are tired of ambiguity and casual encounters. It sets the tone for a more serious connection and shows that you value open communication from the beginning. Ultimately, this question helps ensure you and your date are on the same page, allowing both of you to make an informed decision about whether to continue pursuing a relationship. Question number 3. What matters to you? For men in their 40s and 50s dating younger women, this question signals that you're interested in more than just surface-level details. Instead of focusing on specific hobbies, which can limit the conversation or lead to a one-sided discussion, this question allows her to share what drives and motivates her, revealing her core values. One of the pitfalls of asking something like "what are your hobbies?" is that it can unintentionally put the other person in an uncomfortable position. Not everyone has a long list of hobbies, and it can feel isolating if they don't have much to say on that front. Younger women may not always have defined hobbies, but are likely to have things they care deeply about, whether that's their career, family, social causes, or personal growth. Asking what matters to you gives her a chance to open up about these things and share what really lights her up inside. This question is also an excellent way to find what we call the golden nugget, that moment when someone's eyes light up and they become passionate about a subject. Whether she talks about her love for animals, her dedication to a non-profit cause, or her enthusiasm for a new project at work, you'll get insight into what's important to her. These golden nuggets are not only great conversation starters, but they also give you valuable clues about her personality and values. For example, if she shares that helping her community is what matters most, You can dive into a meaningful discussion about her involvement in volunteer work, which may lead to finding shared values between the two of you. If she's passionate about her career, asking follow-up questions about her ambitions and goals can show that you genuinely care about her aspirations. This creates an emotional connection that's far more impactful than simply listing hobbies or activities. It's important to remember that this question is broad, which means you'll want to listen closely to her answer and guide the conversation based on what she shares. While the question gives her room to talk about a wide range of topics, it's essential to remain engaged and show interest in whatever she brings up. This makes the conversation more dynamic and ensures that both of you are equally involved. Question number 4. What are you passionate about right now? Bringing up a recent political event might feel risky on a first date, but if you're serious about finding someone who aligns with your values, it's actually a smart move. Look, politics might have been off limits in the past, but times have changed, and asking what stood out to you about can reveal a lot about her without diving into a debate. Maybe she's passionate about social justice, environmental issues, or healthcare. Whatever it is, this question gives her a chance to share what she cares about. And for you, it's a great way to see if those values align with yours. The key is in how you ask it. Instead of making it feel like an interrogation, you're inviting her to share her thoughts in a more relaxed way. Keep it open, like, "Hey, did you catch recent event? What did you think about it?" This creates a space for her to talk about what matters to her without pressure. Plus, if she's someone who values deeper discussions, she'll appreciate that you're confident enough to go there. Now, this question does more than just spark conversation, it also saves time. Let's face it, if you're not compatible on some of these bigger issues, why waste your time? Whether you're looking for something serious or just a casual date, finding someone who shares your core beliefs is key to avoiding frustration later on. At the end of the day, a question like this helps you cut through the small talk and get to the heart of what matters. For younger women, it shows that you're thoughtful, informed, and ready to have meaningful conversations. And that's definitely attractive. Question number 5. What does your work-life balance look like? Asking questions about work-life balance, free time, and future plans on a first date can reveal a lot about someone's priorities and compatibility. For men in their 40s and 50s, especially those dating younger women, understanding how she balances her personal and professional life is key to determining whether your relationship goals align. But how you ask these questions is crucial to avoiding any awkwardness or misinterpretations. Instead of directly asking, "What does your work-life balance look like?" a better approach might be, "How do you spend your free time?" or "What do you enjoy doing after work?" These questions feel less intrusive but still provide valuable insight into how she manages her time outside of work. If she replies with something like, "Oh, I'm usually working late," or "I don't have much free time," it gives you a glimpse of her work-life balance without putting her on the spot. This more casual approach can keep the conversation flowing while still giving you the information you need to gauge compatibility. Actions often speak louder than words. Just because someone says they value work-life balance doesn't mean they practice it. Observing how she talks about her free time and what she does when she's off the clock will help you understand her actual priorities. If she's constantly busy with work and doesn't make time for herself or others, it could be a red flag for future relationship challenges. However, it's also important to consider where she is in life. Many ambitious young professionals are in the building phase of their careers, and working long hours might just be part of that. This doesn't necessarily mean they won't make time for a relationship, but it's something to be mindful of. It's easy to assume that because someone is always working, they won't prioritize their personal life. But there are plenty of successful people who know how to balance their work with their relationships, making time for what truly matters. For younger women, being asked about their work-life balance or future plans might indicate that you're someone who's thinking long-term, someone who values stability and structure. But it's important to tread lightly. If she's ambitious and career-driven, being too quick to judge her workload might give the impression that you don't understand or respect her goals. Many younger women are looking for a partner who appreciates their drive and independence, but they also want someone who can support them emotionally and be flexible with their busy lives. That's why observing her actions rather than relying solely on her words is so crucial. She may tell you she values free time, but if she's constantly working or rescheduling plans, you'll get a clear picture of where her priorities really lie. And the same goes for you. Make sure you're honest with yourself about what you're looking for. If you want a partner who has more time for a relationship and less time for work, be upfront about it. Question number 6. What does your life look like 5 years from now? When you ask this question, you're not just making small talk, you're diving into what really matters to her. Maybe she's driven by her career and wants to focus on that for the next few years, or maybe she's dreaming of starting a family sooner rather than later. Either way, her answer tells you a lot about her priorities. If her response is in sync with what you're looking for, that's a good indicator that you're compatible. But if her 5-year vision involves, say, focusing solely on her job and pushing family life further down the road, while you're hoping to settle down sooner, it's a sign you might not be on the same trajectory. The beauty of this question is that it helps you figure out where you fit into her present and future. For instance, if she's all about achieving career milestones over the next few years with little focus on relationships, that could signal a mismatch if you're looking for more personal stability. It's not about right or wrong, it's just about whether your goals are in sync. This question also digs deeper into values. Does she value career success, family, travel, or a mix of all three? If her future dreams line up with what you want, it opens the door to a meaningful connection. If not, you know early on that it might not be the best match. It's all about finding out where your paths meet, or don't. Now, you don't want to come off too intense by asking this question. Keep it casual. A simple, what do you see for yourself in 5 years? Or, what's something you'd like to achieve in the next few years? Can spark a conversation without making it feel like an interview. That way, she'll feel more comfortable sharing her future vision without feeling pressured. Question number 7. How well do you feel like you compromise with others? It might come across as a bit too serious, almost like you're conducting an interview. Let's be real, it's not the most casual question to bring up on a first date, but if you think about what it's trying to uncover, it actually holds some value. Compromise is one of the foundations of any healthy relationship. If the person you're dating isn't willing to meet you in the middle, it's going to be tough to build something long-lasting. So, asking this type of question, whether directly or indirectly, is about figuring out how flexible she is. It's not just about what she says, but how she thinks about making things work when there's a difference of opinion or a bump in the road. But of course, you don't need to phrase it like you're in a job interview. You can keep it light and conversational by asking something like, how do you usually deal with disagreements? Or, what's your approach when you and someone else aren't on the same page? These questions allow her to open up about her approach without feeling like she's being put on the spot. It gives you a sense of her mindset, but in a way that feels more natural and flows with the conversation. And here's something to keep in mind. Sometimes actions tell you way more than words. You don't always need to rely on how she answers. Pay attention to the little things during your date. Is she open to suggestions? Does she seem willing to consider your preferences when making decisions? How she handles small choices, like where to go for dinner or what to do next, can reveal how she might navigate bigger compromises later on. At the end of the day, compromise is a skill that both partners need to have. If you can get a feel for how she approaches it early on, you'll be better equipped to see if this is someone you can build a future with. The goal isn't to grill her for answers, but to find out if you're both on the same page when life throws inevitable challenges your way. Question number 8. What do you think is important for a healthy relationship? The question, what do you think is important for a healthy relationship, can feel somewhat uninspired. While it is valuable to understand someone's stated values, seeking those specific answers directly on a first date might not be the most effective approach. One hopes to conclude a first date with a sense of whether a second date is desirable. For instance, if healthy communication is personally important, the ideal scenario would be to discern if a potential partner prioritizes open dialogue after disagreements, rather than dismissing conflict. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that espoused beliefs and real-life behavior do not always align. Individuals might excel at articulating ideal relationship qualities, but struggle to embody those values. This discrepancy highlights the importance of observation. Rather than solely relying on verbal responses, it is often more insightful to observe how a potential partner conducts themselves and navigates various situations. For example, if you prioritize clear and proactive communication, yet the person you are going on a date with demonstrates poor communication during the date planning phase, e.g., delayed responses, short replies, it could signal that communication might not be their strength. This realization can occur naturally through observation, even without directly addressing the topic. Question number 9. How do you handle conflict? While it's an important topic, the setting of a first date may not lend itself well to diving into conflict resolution strategies. That said, the essence of the question, understanding how someone deals with disagreements and tough situations, is still crucial when you're getting to know someone, especially if you're looking for a long-term relationship. The main value of this question is figuring out whether the person has enough self-awareness to recognize when they've made a mistake or hurt someone, and whether they're willing to adjust their behavior to make things right. Relationships thrive when both people can acknowledge their flaws and work through conflict in a constructive way. So, knowing how she handles conflict could be a game changer in determining compatibility. However, phrasing it directly as "how do you handle conflict" can be a bit off-putting. You could frame the question in a softer, more casual way by asking something like, "How do you usually deal with tough situations?" or "What's your approach when things don't go as planned?" These questions give her the chance to reflect on how she navigates difficulties without feeling like she's being quizzed. Plus, they're broad enough that she can share her thoughts without getting too specific about past conflicts, which might be uncomfortable on a first date. One challenge with asking someone how they handle conflict is that their answer might not reflect reality. Many people who struggle with conflict management might not even realize it, and they could give an answer that sounds good but doesn't match how they actually behave. So while her response is helpful, it's not always the whole story. In fact, the real insights will likely come from watching how she interacts during the date. Does she seem calm when there's a hiccup in plans, or does she get frustrated over minor inconveniences? Is she flexible and understanding when things aren't perfect? These little clues can reveal a lot about how she'll handle bigger conflicts down the road. And if her answer is "I don't know," that can be a red flag. Not being able to articulate how you deal with conflict might indicate a lack of self-awareness or emotional maturity. It doesn't mean she's doomed to handle every disagreement poorly, but it's definitely something to keep in mind as you continue to get to know her. Question number 10. What is something in past relationships you needed to work on? It's one of those topics that, if handled wrong, can steer the conversation into uncomfortable territory. For many, bringing up past relationships too soon can feel like you're digging for baggage rather than getting to know each other in the present. However, if asked with care, the response can reveal a lot about someone's character and self-awareness. The value in this question lies in understanding whether the person reflects on their past and takes accountability for their role in a relationship. When someone can openly admit their flaws and recognize areas where they needed to grow, it shows maturity and emotional intelligence. If, on the other hand, they immediately start blaming their ex for everything that went wrong without any self-reflection, that's a major red flag. It suggests they may not have learned from their past experiences or are unwilling to acknowledge their own part in the relationship's downfall. However, this type of question is probably better suited for a second or third date rather than the first. Why? Because the first date should really be about getting to know each other in the present, sharing interests and figuring out if there's a spark between you. Diving into the past, especially past relationships, can take the focus away from what matters most during the early stages, building a connection between the two of you. Spending too much time talking about exes can unintentionally derail the vibe and make it feel like you're stuck in the past. That said, some people are more open than others when it comes to discussing their previous relationships, and if the conversation naturally steers in that direction, it can still provide useful insights. If you do decide to ask this question early on, listen carefully to how they respond. Do they approach it with neutrality and self-awareness, or do they seem stuck in a cycle of blame? Their answer will speak volumes about their character and whether they're ready for a healthy, balanced relationship going forward. On the flip side, if someone asks you this question, it's essential to stay neutral. Avoid bad-mouthing your ex, as that rarely reflects well on anyone. Instead, focus on what you learned from the experience and how you've grown. Not only does this show emotional maturity, but it also demonstrates that you're focused on self-improvement rather than dwelling on past negativity. Question number 11. Who is the person you talk to the most? For mature men navigating the dating world, first dates can feel like walking a tightrope. You want to be engaging, ask meaningful questions, but also keep things light. While it might seem superficial at first glance, the question, who is the person you talk to the most, offers a surprisingly insightful window into someone's character and priorities. Think about it. This question sidesteps the potential awkwardness of probing too deeply about past relationships or future aspirations on a first encounter. Instead, it creates a natural space for your date to share something positive about their life, their connection with another person. It allows them to speak with genuine warmth and perhaps even a touch of vulnerability as they describe someone who holds a special place in their heart. As you listen to their answer, pay attention to the details they choose to highlight. Is it a parent who instilled strong values? A best friend who always has their back? A sibling who shares their love for a particular hobby? The relationship they gravitate towards reveals their values and the qualities they hold dear in their closest connections. Moreover, this question subtly uncovers how they prioritize their relationships. Do they cherish quality time with family? Are they the type of person who regularly checks in with their loved ones, offering support and receiving it in return? Do they prioritize maintaining strong friendships, even amidst a busy life? Their answer unveils the role relationships play in their life and whether it aligns with your own values. This isn't about judging someone solely on who they speak to most frequently. It's about understanding the kind of person they are when they're with those who matter most. Do they light up with affection when discussing their loved ones? Do they express gratitude for those who enrich their life? This simple question can spark a cascade of insightful revelations about their character and the way they navigate relationships. For a man who values meaningful connections and seeks a partner who prioritizes those same bonds, asking who matters most on a first date is like finding a hidden treasure, a small question with the potential to reveal something truly valuable. Question number 12. What was your first impression of me? What makes this question appealing is that it gives her the opportunity to share her thoughts on how she felt when she first met you, which can lead to a more open and honest dialogue. If her response is positive, it sets a warm, engaging tone for the rest of the date. And even if she throws in a playful or teasing remark, it helps keep the energy fun and relaxed. Either way, it creates an opportunity for you both to laugh and connect over first impressions, which can build a stronger sense of chemistry. Another great aspect of this question is its versatility. It can be asked in a more flirty, teasing way or framed as a genuine curiosity. If you're going for a more playful tone, you could say something like, "So, what did you really think when you first saw me?" This adds a touch of fun and gives her the space to respond in a way that feels natural to the conversation. On the other hand, if you're interested in more serious feedback, you can ask it in a more straightforward way, such as, "What was your first impression when we met?" The beauty of this question lies in how it can deepen the conversation. If she compliments you or mentions something specific she noticed, you can build off that and share your first impression of her as well, which adds to the back and forth dialogue. It also shows that you're interested in her thoughts and how she's experiencing the date, which can be endearing and a sign that you're attentive. But be mindful, this question can also put her on the spot if she's unsure or hasn't formed a strong first impression yet. It's important to approach it with the understanding that not everyone may have an immediate or clear answer, and that's okay. If she seems hesitant, you can easily pivot the conversation back to a more neutral topic, or offer up a funny or flattering observation about her to keep things light. In the end, asking about her first impression of you is a question that can serve multiple purposes. It can spark flirty, playful conversation, help you both reflect on how the date is going, and encourage her to share her thoughts in a fun, low-pressure way. Plus, it's always nice to hear a compliment or a funny observation, and it gives you the chance to keep the mood positive and engaging. Alongside the questions, compliments are a very effective tool during a first meeting. Let's explore 10 compliments you should consider giving to younger women on a first date. 10 compliments younger women secretly love from older men. Gentlemen, ever find yourself at a loss for words with a younger woman? It's not about expensive gifts or grand gestures. What truly captures her heart are the compliments that resonate with her soul. Today, we're diving into the 10 compliments younger women secretly love from older men. These aren't your run-of-the-mill praises. Curious about what makes her light up? Grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's uncover the keys to winning her heart with words that matter. Stay until the end and I'll reveal exactly what you need right now. Number 10. Stylish and unique personality. When it comes to compliments, younger women often hear the same phrases about their beauty. While these compliments are nice, they don't make a woman feel truly special or unique. What younger women really want to hear is something that highlights what sets them apart from everyone else. This is where praising her for her stylish and unique personality comes into play. For example, you might notice how she has a knack for combining colours in a way that stands out, or how she always seems to have the perfect accessory to complete her outfit. This kind of compliment shows that you pay attention to the details that make her who she is. It goes beyond the surface and touches on something more profound. It's not just about saying, "You look nice today," but rather, "I love how your outfit today perfectly captures your vibrant personality." It's refreshing to see someone with such a unique sense of style. For older men, giving this type of compliment can be especially powerful. It demonstrates that you are attentive and genuinely interested in who she is, not just what she looks like. This can help overcome the fear of social judgment that often accompanies age gap relationships. By showing that you see her as a unique and attractive human being, rather than just an object of beauty, you can create a deeper, more meaningful connection. Do you consider yourself someone who values appearance? Is her outfit or looks important to you? Comment yes if you feel it's essential. Comment no if you don't focus on the outward appearance. Number 9. Fitness dedication. Staying in shape requires a significant amount of hard work, dedication, and discipline. For a younger woman who prioritizes her fitness, this commitment is often an important part of her identity. Therefore, acknowledging her effort and dedication in maintaining a healthy lifestyle is a highly effective way to make an impression. Complimenting her fitness lifestyle goes beyond superficial flattery and delves into the recognition of her values and personal achievements. For older men, this kind of compliment can be particularly impactful. It demonstrates that you appreciate and respect the hard work and discipline she embodies, which can help bridge any perceived gap between your ages. It shows that you see her as a well-rounded individual with admirable qualities, not just someone younger and attractive. This kind of recognition can help build a deeper connection and reduce any anxiety related to the age difference. When you show that you value her for her discipline and dedication, it can reinforce a positive dynamic in your relationship, making her feel truly appreciated. To practice this, pay attention to the specific aspects of her fitness routine that stand out to you. Is she consistent with her workouts? Does she have a particular fitness goal she's working towards? Recognizing these details can make your compliment more meaningful. For example, if she participates in a challenging fitness class or is training for a specific event, acknowledge that effort specifically. End each compliment with a practical tip to reinforce the appreciation. For instance, you might say, "I really admire your commitment to staying fit. Maybe we could try a yoga class together sometime." This not only compliments her, but also shows your willingness to engage with her interests, further strengthening your connection. Number 8. Culinary talent. When it comes to compliments, acknowledging a younger woman's culinary talent can be a winning recipe. Cooking is more than just a necessity. It's an art, a passion, and a form of self-expression. Imagine this. She invites you over for dinner, and the table is set with a spread that looks straight out of a gourmet magazine. Instead of just saying it's delicious, notice any special ingredients she used. Compliment the presentation and the color combination as well. This not only shows your refined taste, but also makes her feel that her efforts are truly appreciated. It's not just about what's on the plate, but about the person who made it. Complimenting her culinary talent can also be a great way to incorporate some playful puns. For instance, after enjoying a fantastic meal, you might say, "This dish was so good it whisked me off my feet. You're truly the creme de la creme of chefs." Puns add a touch of humor and can make the compliment even more memorable. They lighten the mood and show that you're not just paying lip service, but genuinely enjoying the experience. Another way to highlight her culinary talent is by referencing famous chefs or cooking shows. Add a touch of exaggeration. You could say something like, "This lasagna could give Gordon Ramsay a run for his money. You have serious chef skills." Such references not only show that you appreciate her cooking, but also that you see her talent on par with renowned culinary experts. Don't forget to address the effort behind the scenes. Acknowledge her dedication and discipline in maintaining her culinary skills. "I really admire how much effort you put into your cooking. It's clear you have a real passion for it, and it shows in every bite." Recognizing the hard work and time she invests in honing her skills adds depth to your compliment, making it more meaningful. Incorporating these kinds of compliments into your interactions can significantly boost her confidence and make her feel valued. This kind of genuine, thoughtful compliment is sure to make her feel special and appreciated, paving the way for a deeper, more meaningful relationship. After all, who wouldn't want to feel like a culinary star in the eyes of someone they care about? So, the next time you savor her cooking, don't just savor the flavors. Savor the opportunity to express your admiration and make her day a little brighter. Have you ever made the mistake of criticizing a meal that she worked hard to prepare for you? Do you remember her reaction? Share your experience. Number 7. Artistic passion. Imagine walking into her studio and seeing her latest painting. Instead of offering a generic compliment, delve deeper. For many women, their artistic pursuits are not just pastimes, but core aspects of their identity. This isn't about simply recognizing a hobby, it's about truly appreciating the creativity and unique perspective she brings to her art. When you offer genuine praise for these creative efforts, you're validating a crucial part of who they are, which can significantly enhance your connection. You're not just admiring a beautiful piece of art, but recognizing the emotional and creative effort she has invested in it. The impact of this kind of praise extends beyond mere flattery. When a woman hears that you appreciate the nuances of her artistic expression, it reinforces her sense of purpose and boosts her confidence. She knows that her creativity is seen and valued, which can be incredibly affirming. This kind of recognition helps her feel validated and supported, making her more open and connected with you. Consider another scenario where she's a musician who has just given a performance. Rather than saying, "You were great," elevate your compliment to, "Your musical performance was truly unforgettable." It shows that you are paying attention to more than just the surface-level details. Similarly, if photography is her passion, you might comment, "Your eye for detail in photography is exceptional." Here, you're not just admiring her photos, you're celebrating her unique perspective and technical skill. Incorporating a touch of humor or personal engagement can also enhance the effectiveness of your compliment. After attending one of her art shows, you might add, "If your artwork were a book, I'd be first in line to read every chapter." This playful remark shows that you're not only impressed but also genuinely interested in her artistic journey. By focusing on specific aspects of her art and offering thoughtful, personalized praise, You're showing that you value her creativity and the effort she puts into her work. This approach not only strengthens your connection, but also demonstrates a deeper level of appreciation and respect. So, next time you encounter her artistic creations, remember to engage with the emotion and skill behind them, and let your compliments reflect that genuine admiration. Number 6. Kindness and compassion. After talent and skills are acknowledged, a young woman will greatly appreciate it if you pay attention to her heart and inner qualities. Noticing these aspects shows that you are incredibly perceptive and truly attentive to her as a person. These qualities are some of the most attractive and genuine aspects of a person. However, they are also traits that might go underappreciated or unnoticed, even by the woman herself. By highlighting her kindness and compassion, you not only make her feel valued but also strengthen the bond between you. Kindness and compassion are like hidden gems. They don't always shine in the spotlight but are incredibly precious when recognized. For instance, imagine you've seen her consistently lend a hand to friends in need or support a cause she cares about. This type of compliment resonates deeply because it acknowledges her character and the impact she has on those around her. She might not always realize the extent of her kindness or the effect it has on others. By pointing it out, you're helping her understand the positive difference she makes. Moreover, being specific in your praise can amplify its effect. Instead of a vague compliment, point out specific actions or behaviors that have impressed you. For instance, "I was really touched by the way you went out of your way to help your friend last week. It's clear you care deeply about those around you." This not only acknowledges her actions, but also demonstrates that you've noticed and valued the thoughtful details. A compliment about her kindness and compassion can also be a way to reassure her of her worth and impact. Women who are naturally compassionate might sometimes wonder if their efforts are truly appreciated. By affirming these qualities, you're offering a sense of validation and encouragement. In every interaction, remember that your words should reflect genuine appreciation. Flattery is often transparent, but sincere recognition of her kindness will resonate more deeply. The goal is to make her feel seen and valued for who she is at her core. So, when you find yourself in a position to compliment her, think about the ways she shows kindness and compassion. Your thoughtful recognition of these qualities will not only strengthen your connection, but also leave a lasting impression. Embrace the opportunity to celebrate her caring nature and watch as it enriches your relationship. Before we dive into the next lesson, make sure you've liked and subscribed to our channel so YouTube's algorithm can recommend this video to a wider audience. Thank you. Number 5. Natural leader. Ever encountered a woman who seems to effortlessly command attention and inspire those around her? This quality, natural leadership, is one of the most admirable traits and one that deserves genuine recognition. It's not just about noting her ability to lead, it's about celebrating the way she motivates and guides others with a unique blend of confidence and clarity. Especially for young women who may be in the process of proving themselves. Recognizing and affirming her leadership qualities can significantly boost her confidence. When a mature man with a stable career and valuable experiences acknowledges her efforts, it not only enhances her self-esteem, but also deepens her appreciation and respect for you. Leadership is more than just a position or title. It's an innate quality that some people possess, allowing them to lead with authenticity and influence. When you recognize and compliment this trait, you're acknowledging not just her organizational skills, but the inherent strength she brings to her role. Natural leaders often exhibit a combination of traits that make them stand out: decisiveness, empathy, and the ability to communicate effectively. Highlighting these qualities in your compliment can make a significant impact. By focusing on her leadership skills, you not only show admiration for her abilities, but also recognize the positive influence she has on her environment. Women who lead naturally often find themselves in situations where they must inspire, guide, and support others. Your recognition of these efforts can reinforce her self-worth and validate her leadership style. Take the opportunity to be specific in your compliments. Rather than a generic, "you're a great leader," pinpoint actions that illustrate her leadership. For example, "I was really impressed by how you handled the team's concerns with such empathy and assertiveness. Your approach made a real difference in how smoothly everything went." This level of specificity shows that you're paying attention and genuinely appreciate her approach to leadership. It's also worth noting that natural leaders often face challenges, whether it's balancing responsibilities or navigating complex interpersonal dynamics. Complementing her leadership skills can serve as a boost to her confidence and motivation. It reassures her that her efforts are not only noticed but valued. Incorporating this type of compliment into your interactions can also foster a deeper connection. It shows that you see and appreciate her strengths beyond superficial traits. Leadership is a quality that reflects a person's ability to impact and inspire others, making it a powerful trait to acknowledge. Number 4. Witty and engaging. Ever found yourself caught in a conversation that feels like a breath of fresh air, where every exchange is both enlightening and entertaining? That's the magic of a witty and engaging personality. Imagine this. You're out for dinner, and your date has everyone at the table laughing, their stories punctuated with clever observations and sharp humor. It's not just about making people laugh. It's about creating a genuine connection through intelligent and engaging dialogue. Complimenting a woman on her wit and charm isn't just a nice thing to do. It's a powerful way to make her feel truly valued. Let's face it, compliments on looks are common and often expected. But acknowledging her ability to captivate with her conversational skills shows that you see her as more than just a pretty face. It's about celebrating the unique blend of intelligence and humor that makes her stand out. Picture this. You're chatting with her, and she effortlessly turns a mundane topic into a fascinating conversation, sprinkled with humor and insight. This not only shows that you appreciate her sense of humor, but also that you value her intelligence and the way she connects with others. The charm of being witty and engaging lies in its ability to make interactions more enjoyable and meaningful. Women who excel in these areas often bring a special energy to conversations, one that can lighten the mood and create a deeper connection. By complimenting her on these traits, you're acknowledging her skill in making moments more enjoyable and memorable. It's a recognition of how she can effortlessly charm a room and engage with people on a more profound level. Humor can be a bridge that brings people closer. It can turn awkward silences into shared laughter and tense moments into light-hearted exchanges. When you tell her, "Your sense of humor is one of my favorite things about you," you make every conversation a joy. You're reinforcing the idea that her wit and engagement are not only noticed, but deeply appreciated. Let's not forget the impact of specific compliments. Instead of a general praise, highlight moments when her wit and engagement shone. In essence, celebrating her wit and engaging personality is about acknowledging the unique qualities that make her who she is. It's a way of saying, "I see and value the real you," which can strengthen your connection and make her feel truly appreciated. So next time you're enjoying one of those captivating conversations, don't hold back. Let her know how much her humor and intellect enhance your time together. Your genuine appreciation will not only boost her confidence, but also deepen the bond between you. Number 3. Adventurous spirit. Imagine this. You're both standing on the edge of a cliff, harnessed up for your first ever tandem paragliding experience. The wind is whipping through your hair, and your heart is pounding with a mix of excitement and nerves. As you look over, she flashes you a confident smile, her eyes sparkling with the thrill of the unknown. It's in moments like these that her adventurous spirit truly shines. Complimenting a woman on her adventurous spirit is more than just recognizing her love for travel or extreme sports. It's about acknowledging her courage, her willingness to step out of her comfort zone, and her zest for life. This kind of compliment speaks to her core, celebrating the qualities that make her vibrant and inspiring. Consider the impact of a well-placed compliment. Instead of the generic, "You're so adventurous," try something more specific and meaningful. For example, after a day of hiking up a challenging trail, you might say, "I love how you dive into new experiences with such enthusiasm and bravery. Your adventurous spirit is contagious and inspiring." This not only acknowledges her love for adventure, but also highlights her courage and the positive influence she has on you and others. Think about the adventures she's embarked on, whether it's backpacking through a foreign country, trying a new extreme sport, or even just taking spontaneous weekend road trips. Each adventure tells a story of her boldness and curiosity. Complimenting her on these experiences shows that you see and appreciate the effort and passion she puts into living life to the fullest. An adventurous spirit isn't just about physical activities, it's also about her approach to life. It's about the way she tackles new challenges, her willingness to try new things, and her openness to new experiences. You could say, "I really admire how you embrace life's challenges with such courage and excitement. It's inspiring to see someone who's always ready for the next big adventure." This kind of compliment goes beyond her actions and touches on her overall outlook on life, making it deeply personal and meaningful. Remember, the key to a great compliment is sincerity and specificity. Think about the moments when her adventurous spirit has left you in awe. Maybe it was the time she convinced you to join her in skydiving, or perhaps it was her spontaneous decision to take a last-minute trip to a new city. Reflect on these moments and let her know how much you admire her for them. This kind of detailed compliment not only highlights her adventurous nature, but also reinforces the positive impact it has on your shared experiences. Number 2. Academic excellent. Let's be real, younger women today are powerhouses of knowledge, juggling demanding courses, groundbreaking research, and relentless studying. You're on a dinner date, and she's telling you about her latest research project. Her eyes sparkle with passion, her voice brimming with excitement. Now, wouldn't it be a missed opportunity if you didn't acknowledge the brilliance right in front of you? Complimenting a woman on her academic excellence isn't just a smart move, it's a stroke of genius. Complimenting her academic prowess shows you see more than just a pretty face. You see a mind that's sharp, dedicated, and relentless. It's like telling her, "I'm not just interested in your looks, I'm captivated by your intellect." And who doesn't love a compliment that goes deeper than the surface? But don't stop at the generic "you're so smart." Personalize it. If she's working on a challenging thesis, say something like, "Your thesis topic is so fascinating and complex. It's amazing how you're able to break it down and explain it so clearly. That's a real talent." This shows you're paying attention and genuinely interested in her work. Incorporating a bit of humor can also go a long way. Picture this. She's just shared her latest academic achievement with you, and you respond with, "Wow, you've got more degrees than a thermometer. Your dedication to your studies is truly inspiring." A light-hearted compliment like this not only makes her laugh, but also makes her feel appreciated. Think about incorporating some real-life examples. Remember Malala Yousafzai? She's a perfect example of someone whose academic dedication and resilience in the face of adversity have made her an inspiration worldwide. You could say, "The dedication you show towards your studies reminds me of how Malala Yousafzai approaches education, unstoppable and inspiring." Comparing her to such an iconic figure can boost her confidence and make her feel incredibly valued. Another way to show your appreciation is by acknowledging the challenges she's overcome. If she's balancing a part-time job, extracurricular activities, and her studies, you might say, "I'm amazed at how you juggle work, studies, and your hobbies so effortlessly. Your time management skills and dedication are truly something to be proud of." This kind of recognition not only makes her feel seen, but also highlights her multifaceted capabilities. Ending on a note that encourages her future ambitions can also leave a lasting impression. You could wrap up your compliment with, "I have no doubt that with your drive and intelligence, you're going to make a huge impact in your field. I'm excited to see where your journey takes you." This shows that you believe in her potential and are supportive of her goals. Number 1. Environment advocate. Imagine you're enjoying a peaceful walk in the park with her, and she pauses to pick up a discarded bottle, her eyes lighting up with determination as she talks about her latest eco-friendly project. Recognizing her efforts isn't just a nice gesture, it's a meaningful compliment that resonates deeply. Younger women today are at the forefront of environmental advocacy, and acknowledging their dedication can create a powerful connection. In a world where climate change and environmental degradation are pressing concerns, many younger people are stepping up to make a difference. Complimenting a woman on her environmental advocacy is more than just a nod to her hobbies. It's an appreciation of her commitment to a cause that affects us all. It's like telling her, "I see the incredible effort you put into making the world a better place, and I'm inspired by it." This type of compliment not only validates her hard work but also aligns with her values, creating a deeper bond. Think about the significance of such a compliment. Women involved in environmental activism often face challenges and frustrations, from dealing with public apathy to navigating bureaucratic hurdles. Acknowledging her dedication can be a breath of fresh air, reinforcing her resolve and boosting her confidence. When an older man appreciates her efforts, it signals that he values her passion and the important work she's doing, making her feel truly seen and respected. Let's not forget the power of specific praise. Instead of a generic, "You're doing great things for the environment," delve into the details of her efforts. If she's involved in tree planting campaigns or reducing plastic waste, recognizing these specific contributions shows that you're paying attention and genuinely value her hard work. This kind of recognition can make her feel incredibly proud and motivated to continue her efforts. Adding a touch of humor can also enhance your compliment. A light-hearted approach not only makes her smile, but also emphasizes the importance of her work in a fun, relatable way. Complimenting her environmental efforts with a bit of wit can make the interaction memorable and enjoyable, strengthening the connection between you. Drawing inspiration from real-life examples can further enrich your compliment. Comparing her efforts to those of well-known activists or movements can amplify the significance of your praise, making her feel like her work is part of a larger, impactful mission. This perspective can boost her confidence and reinforce the importance of her advocacy. Acknowledging the broader impact of her work can also make a lasting impression. Highlighting how her actions contribute to a larger cause, such as combating climate change or preserving biodiversity, recognizes her individual contributions within the context of a larger environmental movement. This not only shows your respect for her efforts, but also places them in a meaningful, global context. What you need is here. One thing to keep in mind is that simply complimenting her on these aspects won't necessarily win her over. Compliments shouldn't be treated as a formality or obligation. Avoid offering insincere praise just because you think you should. It's essential that your compliments come from a genuine place. She doesn't need you to be a sycophant or to lie just to please her. Especially when dating a significantly younger woman, sincerity is crucial. For instance, if she cooks a dish that isn't very tasty, you don't need to pretend it's delicious. Instead, you might say, "The presentation of this dish is beautiful. You must have put a lot of effort into it. With just a bit more sugar, it would be perfect." This approach is tactful, isn't it? Your constructive feedback will touch her heart. Instead of focusing on what's missing, highlight it as a minor point. Remember, sincerity should guide all your actions and words. And there you have it, gentlemen, the the 10 compliments younger women secretly love. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Authenticity is key. Recognizing her unique qualities, efforts, and passions makes all the difference in building a meaningful connection. It's time to move beyond surface-level compliments and truly appreciate what makes her special. If you found these tips helpful, don't keep them to yourself. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and let us know in the comments which compliment you're going to try first. Your feedback helps us create more content that you'll love. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the compliments genuine and the connection strong. Thank you for joining me. Remember, the ability to forge unforgettable connections lies within you. Embracing these steps not only improves your relationships, but transforms you into someone who leaves a lasting positive impact. If this resonated, please like and share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more insights. Until next time, remain confident, curious, and keep growing.